What's up? Welcome everybody to the Wiley Show. I woke up this morning with my mind stay on Jesus. Woke up this morning with my mind stay on the Lord. Woke up this morning with my mind stay on Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 All right, so I don't want you all to forget that he woke you up this morning. Come on, somebody, he woke you up this morning. If you ain't able to see this, you should be shouting wherever you're at. All right, let's get into this commentary today. Do not forget, tomorrow The Chi will be on Showtime. You can watch the first episode on Showtime today on their YouTube channel. Just type in The Chi, and you can actually see season 3, episode 1 episode. You can watch it in its entirety. If you want to continue to watch the show, make sure you download Showtime, because we will be reviewing that show on a weekly basis. So you can get into call up or see, you can watch it on demand if you have it. If you have Showtime, you go back, watch the previous seasons, and you can get your life, because it's a great show. Very, very entertaining, especially from Chicago. You will fall in love watching that show. Now, let's get into this. K. Michelle and Tamar Braxton is definitely they're still going out for each other. So let me screen share this, and I'm going to show you all. This is the neighborhood talk that K. Michelle making fun of Tamar Braxton's boyfriend his accent while clowning Tamar again. So we're going to go ahead on and play what K. Michelle did, making fun of Tamar Braxton boyfriend. Let's see. Let's just click. Okay, we're right here. Here we go.
My brother, it also made me sad when I saw her no edges. My brother, it also made me sad when I saw her no edges.
OMG. So she is definitely still clowning Tamar and her boyfriend. So this beef is not going anywhere. I really believe that those sister K. Michelle, you need to go ahead on and do a beef and get this over with. I really want a versus battle with these two women. I think it would be great for both of their individual careers, because both of them haven't been on the Billboard charts in a long time. They haven't really seen a gold album in a very long time. So I believe both them sisters should go ahead and beef with each other. Now, I don't think it's right for you, K. Michelle, to make fun of Tamar Braxton boyfriend accent. I don't think that's right to be making fun of how he speak and how he do that. No, okay? No, don't make fun of him. Don't try to say he's one of the characters in Lion King. It's not good. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. That ain't cool. Don't be making fun of Tamar. I don't mind you talk about Tamar because y'all are two women, but don't make fun of Tamar Braxton boyfriend. That he ain't got nothing to do with that beef. That beef is between you and Tamar Braxton, because it's a lot of people that talk with the assets. Not cool to be making fun of them at all, especially if you're not a comedian and you are doing stand-up. Now, if you're just out here just doing that to be shady, no, don't do that at all. That's not cool. Not cool. Now, I definitely believe y'all should just go ahead on and get that clicking and view and get to talking do the versus battle. Because like I said, none of you women been on the Billboard charts in a long time. K. Michelle, when the last time you been on the Billboard charts? Okay? Tamar, when the last time you been on the Billboard chart? Every time I'm hearing you two ladies, if you ain't crying about the real Tamar, and K. Michelle, if you ain't crying about how that the butt implants almost made you, pass out and end up in the hospital, only time I'm hearing about y'all is y'all in some mess. It don't have nothing to do with y'all music. Every time I hear y'all in some mess. Okay, they said Tamar has a Billboard single. Is in the top 10. Is it in the top 10? When I say Billboard, let me rephrase what I'm saying. I'm talking about having a record in the top 10. Not a record just on the Billboard 80-something, 60-something, 50-something. I'm talking about it's up there with Doja Cat. It's up there with Megan Thee Stallion. It's up there with Beyonce. I'm talking about the top 10. That really don't count enough if you 67 or 57. I'm talking about a top 10 hit on the Hot 100 charts. Okay, and if it is that, I stand corrected. Somebody did fact check me. I stand corrected. Don't get me wrong. I like K. Michelle. Can't raise no man. He's going what you gonna do. You know he acts like a boy. Okay. All right. I like Tamar Braxton. White candles. White candles. White candles. Yes, I like a little Tamar Braxton. I like Jennifer Hudson. I don't know why one of my voice women sing Jennifer Hudson. Where you at? Where you at? There for me. Where you at? Yeah, she have a single. You see how they got fact checked? We got some brainiacs in our chat today. So we welcome y'all all. I stand corrected. Tamar, you got it in there, but we want you to have a number one hit. A number one. I want you to have a number one Billboard because you never had a number one hit. You haven't had a number one hit on the Billboard charts, okay? Did she ever have it? I don't think so. So Erica Garner's wife breaks down after a mock trial. You all can see that on the Neighborhood Talk because they did a mock trial, I guess, for a TV show, and she broke down in tears. And my next hit it and quit it. Alicia Keys and John Legend gave us some classics during the Juneteenth celebration, so you can definitely go check that out. And they definitely did that. And my next, okay, now this is something I want to talk about before we get into D.L. Hughley. I want to put these two sisters' picture on here, and I have to. These two women, without a doubt, both of them, when I tell you, had their album leaked. This is all the City Girls. Their album was leaked. And when their album got leaked, they had no choice but to just drop the music. So I'm listening to the City Girls records. Like right now, I downloaded it on Apple Music, and I'm going to do a full review on the album. But City Girls definitely is trending on Twitter. They definitely got some hits I'm hearing all up on Twitter. And if you have not checked out the City Girls, you are missing it on it. The name of that record the album is City on Lock. And that's why. So I've definitely got it downloaded. See, I'm downloading it right now. Downloading it right now. So I got the City Girls, and I'm definitely going to be getting into that music, and then I will do a review on it. So in the last, let me tell you something else about City Girls. Run up, you go get done up. Okay, I love the City Girls. I think they are a dope record. I really believe that was a dope. Like they are like a dope record. I love the fact that the City Girls are still out here current. Now, I think JT, one of the members, she was arrested, but she's out of jail now. And it's okay if you got to a felony. The record is still dope. I really love to listen to her music. I love the City Girl music. I think they are a powerful duo. And I can't wait to listen to the album in its entirety so I can come back and do a review. In my next, now this is quite strange. D.L. Hughley was on stage. I'm going to pull that up. Those people that's on my Instagram, y'all seen it. So let me pull up my Instagram. D.L. Hughley was on stage and he was doing, I'm going to show y'all, he was doing his regular stand-up on last night, and he fell down. He passed out. So let's see this real quick.
They were in rest. I got you. Everybody just stay calm. We got no one to control you. Don't think out so much. We're gonna get
So clearly, you see that he was slurring over his words. Some people were saying that that he had high blood pressure. Some people said it was exhausting. Another person had a rumor say it was that he's a diabetic. His sugar was low. I was saying all type of things. We do not know until we come up with a verification. What they did, they dragged him off stage. You never do that when someone passes out. You just make sure don't touch him. Make sure you notify the authorities. The paramedics. Never touch somebody if they fall out. I know that in my training. Never just pull him off stage. You're supposed to let him off stage, elevate, do a little something right then and there, and call 911. But pulling him can be more damage. Pulling him off stage, it's best to leave him on stage. So I definitely seen that, and I was very upset when I saw when they pulled him, pretty much drugged him off stage. I don't think so. I know we got a nurse in the chat. Nurse Nicole. Is Nurse Nicole in the chat? Maybe we can get the nurse to call in. Let me see if I can call her and see if you could ever drag somebody like that. Because maybe he could have had a stroke. I don't know if so if Nurse Nicole can call in to the 646 number, and you can explain to the reason why they done that. Ooh, Tamar must be watching, because she was like, ooh, child, I can't wait to get up on stage. She must be watching the Wiley Show. 646-716-8447. Okay, if any nurse want to call in and you give us the reason why it's not good to go ahead on and put to drag somebody off stage. So it's just not good at all. Give me a second. I've got to definitely tweet Tamar too. All right, so let me see what it's about. Let me see. All right, so you never should drag nobody off stage, because if he had a stroke, you could put more damage actually on him. You could put a lot of damage on somebody if they do it. I believe this Nurse Nicole. Let me see. Hey, how you doing?
You rang.
Yeah, so tell us why it's not good to drag. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the video?
No, but I'm watching the show.
Oh, did you see the video of D.L. Hughley when he passed out? Did you see that video?
No, but you never move them because you don't know how hard the impact was.
Right.
You don't know if they fractured something. And God forbid, if they have a neck injury or a spine injury, if you move them or move them the wrong way, you can actually cause more harm than good.
Right. That's what I was saying, because when he had fell out and he hit the ground, they drug him off stage.
No. Being that you don't know how hard the impact was, you don't know if he has like a head injury, you don't know if he broke his neck, if he broke some ribs, if he, fractured his spine or whatever. So by you dragging, you're actually causing more harm than good. And depending on what's going on internally, you can kill somebody that way.
Absolutely. I believe you 100%. And with that being entailed, I have to tell everybody about this. When you're working in healthcare, they always train you. When somebody hit the ground, you get a nurse, you get a healthcare professional that is a professional in that area, and you probably have to call. But in that case, none of them were professionals. They were just working at a comedy club. And I guess they want the comedy clubs to look bad because, Rona is still out here. I don't think this is the right time to be out here doing comedy shows. So I guess that on their part, I think they probably said, let's remove them so they won't think this was a Rona incident. But you shouldn't be having nobody in that club in the first place. I really believe that people should. And D.L. Hughley, if he's not that great in his health, he shouldn't be outside doing no comedy shows. He needs to be at home resting.
Right. And I mean, even when you do CPR, you know, it's always a possible chance that you could even fracture ribs and things like that. So like when you want to help and you're trying to help somebody, especially if you're not properly trained, you can cause harm. Some of us who properly trained cause harm. Like you can fracture someone's ribs just by doing CPR. But when there's a fall, that's why you know, call EMS, and they have to be placed on a backboard because that protects the neck, the vertebrae, and the spine and stuff like that. So they have to be basically put on a backboard and strapped down so that even EMS doesn't cause any more harm. And you have to put them on a neck brace and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's a whole process that goes into it. And if you're not properly trained, I mean, the first thing you're going to think is, you know, you just want to help, but just always remember that you can also cause more harm than you can good.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that point up because we was looking at it and another nurse, she said you're supposed to assess first before moving him off stage.
Right. That's why they tell CNAs to go get a nurse or a medical professional, because there's things that we have to do. Like we know things to look for to make sure that there isn't an injury. Like we can't just go in there and say, okay, Ms. Johnson, get up off the floor. You have to do a whole assessment. And sometimes certain facilities, you know, they'll request for you to actually have two nurses by that patient's side. And sometimes if your assessment goes wrong and you're like, wait a minute, I don't think we should even touch him. Sometimes we have to even call EMS. Right. Because certain facilities don't have backboards. And honestly, some facilities don't have neck braces. So how are you going to protect their neck and their vertebrae and stuff? So sometimes, depending on your assessment, we have to even call EMS before we cause more harm.
Right, because I'm looking definitely in there that he was slurring over his words. He was slurring. It could have been. That
sounds like a concussion. If he's depending on if he was drinking or drugs or whatever. Yeah. If he's slurring, that's something that's going on in his head. So he could have fell and had some type of brain injury. I'm talking about before he fell. I'm talking about before he fell, and I'm gonna play the video so you can look at it. Before he fell, he was doing. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me see if I can play it where you can hear it. Let me see. Let me go to he could have been having a stroke or anything if he was under any type of influence.
I got you. Everybody just stay calm. We got no under control.
All right, and they said stay calm. Okay, so yeah, because you heard it in the beginning of it. You just said so. Yeah, so I pray that he's okay. I also pray that he take a break from doing comedy and focus on his health.
Absolutely.
It could have been a stroke. We don't know until the facts come out, but you do know. All the people that was in that comedy club definitely going to be upset because they're going to want their money back. But this ain't the time to really.
Oh my God.
You know, they know they're going to want their coin back. You know, that's just a given. But I wish I was in that comedy club so I could stand up and give them a show. And that could have been my dream right then and there. But who knows?
Oh my God. I hope he's okay, but
I hope he's okay too.
Depends on what he ingested. We don't know. I mean, you know, people out there having a good time. I don't know why they out the Rona being around. But he could have had a couple of drinks or not. Right. And we don't know his health history. We don't know what he was diagnosed with. We don't know if he has a history of high blood pressure to where he could have had a stroke. He could be stressed out, people trying to pay their bills and stuff. Maybe he took the gig because he need money. Like, we don't know their situation. But I'm pretty sure that they did a whole workup when he got to the hospital. So, you know, he'll be all right.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we having this conversation with a nurse, people that's in the healthcare field. And we're speaking about Rona. What advice do you give folks? Do you give them advice to just keep going outside, don't social distance, or are you still on the side of being social distancing, still comply with that? Do you think that we need to still continue to be social distancing or just no?
Well, I'm probably going to have to cash app you because I'm not sure if, I may say the proper words that I'm about to say.
Okay.
I don't know if it may be, appropriate. So I might have to give you a little, cuss jar money.
Okay.
But number one, Negroes, and it's not, okay, God forgive me. Folks just don't want to follow directions. And they don't understand by them not following directions, they are putting other people's health in harm's way, even their own. For some reason, I even see it with these young folks, and always too, but mainly the young folks. They think this thing is a joke. Like, I only go out, and I told you, only when I have to. So I go grocery food shopping. On my way leaving the house is young folks all outside with no mask, 5, 6, 7 of them on the corner, drinking beer and stuff like they having a good picnic on the corner. It's as if they taking this thing as a joke. But, like I told you, when that shit hits home and Mr. and Mrs. Rona holding arm to arm, ringing your doorbell, and your ass gets sick or your family gets sick, then you're going to see it's not a joke. People refuse to believe that this thing is real, and they're really acting like this is like a conspiracy theory. But when that shit knock on your door, you're going to wish like hell you wore your mask. You're going to wish like hell you stayed your black ass at home. Chinese, white, Puerto Rican, whatever the hell you are. Follow instructions. Follow directions. Because in the end, your ass going to be sorry. And it just pisses me off. Because people are out here, no mask, at the damn park having picnics and blasting music. Like it's a good old summertime in the 1985 or 96 or something. Like nothing is wrong. People are actually acting like nothing is wrong. So you know what? Keep acting like nothing wrong. When that bitch and that son of a bitch ring your bell and your mama gets sick, God forbid, your auntie, your brother, God forbid, even your kids, you gonna wish like hell you follow directions. Okay, I'm gonna cash out you some money.
Okay.
My blood pressure going up. I might fall out like DL in a minute. Let me send you some money.
All right, thank you so very much.
All right, peace.
Peace. And we have to have these conversations. And in my close, I hope and pray that D.O. Hughley is fine. I hope he's doing pretty good. If anybody else want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. And I personally would like to thank you all because you all have been doing the thing on thing. Y'all are watching these videos. Thank you for that. Tonight, we have a special, we're going to be doing a review of GS Hustle ATL. We're going to be doing an after show. We got a Sherrod, one of the cast members, coming on tonight, and that will be immediately following the show tonight. And so the show, the flyer have already been released. So we'll be doing that tonight on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. So if y'all want to come through, please come through. We'll be watching that. If you need the link, I'm going to drop it right now. If anybody needs the link to watch the show, so you'll know what we're talking about. It's very entertaining. I'll judge it by the trailer. It's very entertaining. So I'm going to send you all this. I'm going to send you all the entire link down there in the comments. So give me a second. All right. And it's going to be great. So that's G Status ATL Hustle. We will be doing an after show for them. This is something new that the Wiley Show have started. And our first guest will be coming on. Sherrod will be the first guest to come on. And so it's going to be lit. So get your drinks, get your coffee. And there you go. We will be doing that tonight after the show. After it premieres, we will be going live. Yo, I want to give a special shout out. It's going to be fun. All right, y'all. They might say you're behind the home, stay out of people's faces and keep on out of yours. It is that hard. Just because there's something is open don't mean you have to go. Facts. Just because all things open don't mean you have to go. And you got to be very careful doing all them changes and going to places. Be very careful of that, okay? I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. May you be a blessed day. All the fathers, y'all have good. Thank you all for tuning into the Wiley Show. Thank you to all of the producers for coming through. Thank you. And I love you. And you all will see me with another video. Peace.